Okay, folks, this is something I myself didn't have, but someone else did, and I found it, and I decided to souvenir it before throwing it away. It's from work, and I was actually thinking about these making good demo pieces potentially. Let's see how we go. I'm not going to use that. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have here a coffee sachet for international roast. We're interested, of course, in the picture. So yeah, I found this and I figured I'd souvenir it and utilise it. Why waste not whatnot, as they say, folks. It should be okay just to put the dog feeder onto it. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite nice actually, the background there. And the brown looks yucky there, but it'll look good hopefully once unfortunately it's a bit crooked, but it's a bit crumpled, so it was a bit difficult trying to get it straight. International roast. Very popular for the workplace. They used to have it a lot when I used to work for Xerox. Reminds me of Xerox. Didn't like the taste of international roast, to be quite honest, folks. I went off it for a while. I was drinking it really heavily, folks. That's probably why I didn't like it. I do love my caffeinated drinks. And I have been drinking caffeine most of my life, like ever since I was a little girl. And I wasn't allowed coffee until I was about 12 years old, I think it was, when my parents first decided to graduate me from just drinking tea to actually drinking coffee as well. So I was 12 when I was allowed. I was about 4 years old when I was drinking tea, and when I was drinking coffee I started drinking at the age of 12. So yeah, I've been brought up with caffeine, folks. And I still love it. I drink it all the time. It's the only vice that I have, folks. And I fucked this up. It's a bit too, it's not big enough. You can see the printing dots. A little bit there. Looks a bit shithouse actually, folks. It looks a bit boring, like it's not filling the whole page. I actually think I'm going to do something different, folks. I'm going to take it, we're going to make it into a movement piece, okay? We're going to make this international roast thing into a movement piece. Yeah, looks interesting, looks promising. Yeah, looks shithouse. I don't seem to be getting much in it, with this piece. Yeah, looks interesting, but not quite what I'm after. Yeah, folks, I'm trying to get this stuff to go to air on Channel 9 on the 6 o'clock news. Trying to get in touch with a lost partner called Luigi, who I really miss, and I really need to get in touch with. It looks like a face. Haha. I really need to get in touch with it. It gets really lonely without him, and I spend all my time thinking about the past and what I did wrong and all that sort of shit. And it really hurts me that I have to face my own stupidities and having to try and get rid of them, trying to put them in the past where they fucking belong. And it's really difficult doing that when you just can't get anywhere with anyone. And Channel 9 are not helping me a fucking iota. I really wish they'd help. I really wish they'd pull their finger out soon, because this equipment of mine is getting old and I've been working hard on this campaign for years. I deserve a fucking reward for it. I deserve to be fucking rewarded for it. For trying to make a difference as well, and hoping that maybe I could make a difference in the future if I get with Luigi, if I get together. And that's come up looking really quite interesting, actually. I'm going to use that. I think it made it a bit too dark. Yeah, a little bit dark. But I really miss my partner Luigi. I really wish I didn't have to be so lonely in my life. That's coming up looking better, actually. Maybe we'll call it a marbled piece. But yeah, be nice if I could have my luxury. I have a coffee every day in a cafe. It's my luxury, and basically I want to drink coffee with Luigi, share it with him. It'd be really nice. It'd be really nice to be able to do that. Have someone to share coffee with, to go to a cafe with, to talk to, and to enjoy the company. It gets very lonely like this, folks, really does. And no one seems to understand how it feels to be lonely, to be constantly thinking about your past, or often thinking about your past and what you could have done better, and how you could have had a fucking relationship. You could have got married at 19. I'm 51, folks. It's been more than 3 decades. I really wanted to marry in my 20s or my 30s and no older. Not fucking wait till I'm in my halfway in the grave, which really sucks. This looks interesting. I think we could utilise this. It really sucks. I feel like my body is falling apart. Like I've just been through menopause, and I never noticed the menopause, but it's the effect it has on my sexual functioning that I'm really concerned about, because I really wanted to have a happy sexual relationship like any human does, and I never got it. I got sexually abused a lot in my relationships. They were not the right ones, and the men that were involved were just a bunch of assholes that I just want to kick up the fucking bum. Kick them in the groin, more like it, where it hurts. That would be fun. I never had a life. I spent the best years of my life in a wrong relationship, or relationships, or alone. And I could have had a happy relationship if I had gone with Luigi. But I never did. I never wanted him at first. And now I want him, and I can't find where he is, folks. So I got to get on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9 to get in touch. And it's just not happening. These bitches on the news don't care. They just don't fucking care. They're selfish. You know, they've got their own agenda. They've got their own life. Why can't they make my life better? Why can't they put themselves in my shoes and see what it's like to be alone? What it feels like to not be close to your family, or to not have friends or a partner to love. How would that feel? You know, they don't know. Even if their relationships are shit, they seem to think they're good. A lot of people are delusional when it comes to how good their lives really are. They think their lives are good even if they are being sexually abused. I don't know. That's how I see it. Because the world is a cruel place, and often my mum used to tell me that you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't. You just don't. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors, folks. You have to be a fucking fly on the wall to know sometimes. You have to be a fucking fly on the wall. And we all know how impossible that is. Now, I did the mirror images first for some reason. I just didn't think. It doesn't matter, I got the right ones. So this is the international roast, folks. It's come up better than I thought. So far, so good. Yeah, there you go, folks. International roast reimagined.